What's up, guys? You're watching RPadTV, and Facebook didn't work again. I'm fixing that now. Come on, Facebook, work with me here. Give me something. Okay, we're live on all three
That damn is
platforms.
Zuckerberg.
Yes. I'm Raymond. You're watching RPadTV, and today we're going to talk about The Boys. No, we're going to talk Gen V, Gen V Season 2. See, it's the perils of live video. And also when you're rushed because of a late doctor's appointment. But joining me, we have Generation Mac on the top left, who is a massive fan of The Boys and Gen V. Yeah. And on the top right, we have Carlos, who is actually, we're all big fans of these shows.
We're all nerds.
Yes. But I think Carlos and I go back to the comics. So we have one up on the nerddom there.
I am a TV nerd.
Yes. So how are you guys today, first of all?
I did not realize it was Thursday until this morning when the street sweeper came by and I had the panic attack. You got to run out and move your car before you get the thing. And then I thought I lucked out because there wasn't the follow-on guy who gives you the ticket. But then my wife was like, no, they just put the cameras on the trucks now. So you just get the ticket when they go around your car. I was like, oh, shit. So that was my morning.
Lesson learned. So you were also rushed, but in your first half of your day.
Yes. Now I'm here.
And Carlos, how are things in the war zone of Chicago?
Well, it's been pretty rough, especially around work. But
listen for all the behind him.
Any guys in frog or unicorn costumes?
No, I haven't seen those people at all.
I think that's brilliant, though. I do love that.
Excellent. Oh, and I'm also joined by Derpy Tiger from K-Pop Demon Hunters. This is
you go.
Probably my second favorite non-Yankees baseball jersey that I've ever bought. So I'm very happy with that, even though Netflix shipping does suck. So Gen V Season 2, let's jump right into it. Mac, why don't you kick us off with a bite-sized review of the show?
I loved the show. I love the season. And I'm now the most worried about all of the cast and characters that I've been as they head off into what will eventually be the series finale of The Boys.
Isn't that fitting, though? It's like, you are correct. Yes, next season will be the finale of The Boys, but it's like
you fall in love with these characters, and I know never like a superhero character because they're automatically going to die in my world, but it seems like the majority of the whole cast, spoiler alert, makes it through to the end of this season, and then they're all going to get funneled into The Boys, which is cool, but now they're all in like way more danger than they've ever been in.
Right. So the kids are leaving the confines of college and going to the real world where the danger awaits. So it's kind of fitting. Carlos, what did you have to say about Gen V Season 2?
From my blue sky, it said Gen V Season 2 brought wild twists and big returns. Some were easy to spot, but the cast growth and chemistry made up for it. Just wish the villain stuck around longer.
Very much agree with everything you said. And I wrote, as a massive fan of The Boys comics and TV show, I was excited for Gen V Season 2. To my surprise, it exceeded my expectations. It had the action, humor, and storytelling I was expecting, but the character development and pacing were streets ahead. I really hope Amazon gives them a third season. So yeah, it looks like we are all very impressed with The Boys. Let's talk about the positive aspects of the show. Carlos, what did you like most about Season 2? What stood out for you in terms of, broad characteristics?
There was, like you mentioned, like a lot of things for us to like you posted it out on your blue sky thing, but the pacing was good. I never felt like there was a filler episode.
Yeah,
we got a lot of development with the cast, not just with one character, but with, it seemed like the majority. If it wasn't like Marie Emma and Sam, and even Polarity. Even though like he went from just having, was he just like on the first episode of Gen V season 1, like dropping off his son, and then he just disappears for the rest of it.
I think he might have
And then,
shown
so
up
now he
later, and they had like a school dance kind of thing, and I think he might have shown up with the other parents were there. But yeah, he had a very small role in season 1. It wasn't
so
much.
now he had to take over to fill in the void that I would assume Chance would have been in that particular.
And a neat way to do it with essentially a character
mode
is like the same power set, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that worked out in their favor because they were just like, well, we'll just slot him aside, and he's grown up, but we'll just have to adjust for that. But yeah, I think mostly I can't really nitpick this season as I did think season 1.
For sure. Quick comment from Johan. What's up, man? He said, I like how they're combining casts of Gen V and the boys, but I would have liked one more season of Gen V. Well, that may or may not happen, as we will discuss a bit later. Mac, what was your favorite aspect of season 2?
The fact that it led to you and me having a conversation about a spin-off show, The Adventures of Black Hole and Pube Girl.
Yes.
Or Butt Man and Pube Girl, as we call them in the text. Yeah. So anyways, no, I think let's go back. Sorry. Favorite thing of season 2?
Just in broad terms.
It's, like we were just kind of talking. I like how they, there is no small character in the show, right? There's certainly physically smaller characters, but even the characters that kind of come by and have just a passing scene or something like that, they all end up being not major, but certainly important story drivers for moving the narrative forward. I just like how all the characters and all their weird powers, big or small, got used, and I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, I completely agree with that as well. I kind of remember when we were talking about Superman, one of the things that bothered Paul was that the people at the Daily Planet, they didn't do a whole lot, but you had the sports writer, the gossip writer, and they were kind of just there to fill out. But in this show, which is a different medium because you have 8 episodes, but they even gave the small characters purpose, like Bushmaster and Harper with her 60-second rogue powers. And that was what I liked as well. The character development, everyone progressed to varying degrees. Some made big jumps, some made small steps. Sam is a good example of a character that made a small but important step of coming to terms with his mental illnesses and trying.
But on that note, nowhere near enough crazy Sam Puppet World visions in the season.
Love me some Avenue V for sure.
Nowhere near enough of that.
And Muppets in general are just
Muppets is an easy win. That's the easiest way to get me on board. But either way.
But I love that characters big and small from all the leads, but also Harper and Bushmaster. Even was it Bushmaster or
even
Harper's
the guy who got his dick blown off?
Yes, Rufus. Yeah, he might be turning face after getting his dick blown off for his roofie powers in season 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just really impressed with the character development in a way that I wasn't expecting. Now, in terms of specific character arcs, I'm going to steal this one first because for me, Polarity had the most surprising and favorite arc. From episode 1, he's just grieving, drunk, and angry about losing his son Andre, and then we see him bring the kids into his life to try mostly to selfishly figure out what happened to Andre, but then he makes a bond with Emma and eventually the other kids. It heals him mentally, but then Marie heals him physically. And at the end, he's kind of I wouldn't say he's fixed, but he's definitely he's not suicidal anymore. He's not.
Oh, he's a badass.
Yeah, and he totally saves them. So he had a very surprising and really meaningful arc. I love that scene. I'll talk about it a bit later with him and Doug in the car. I thought that was a beautiful scene. How about you, Matt?
Reminds me of what Terry Crews' character from Deadpool 2 could have been.
Ah,
right? Like before he got hit by the bus and
yes,
after parachuting in. Anyways, my favorite character arc was more on, like, I don't disagree. I think your choice is fantastic. Mine was Dean Cypher and Hamish Linklater and playing that role. And I think there's like multiple layers to it, right? Because like in season 2, he's new, right? And but like it's so hard to introduce an all new main character, kind of like in a follow-on season of a show, and have them like resonate and matter the way he did as a character. And he was so curious, like everything about him, just like, I know it's the whole goal. Like nobody knew anything about him, but like none of the viewers knew anything about him for so long, and it just made it such a good kind of release when you figured out what's going on. You're like, oh, he's got power, and then you're like, oh, he doesn't have powers. He's a puppet.
So curious. I very much agree. Also, when did you figure? And same for you, Carlos. When did you figure out that Cypher was really Godolkin?
When the show told you.
I mean,
I didn't get any like early premonition of that, but the one part that I still can't figure out is why he kept making him beat his burned body up with like belts and like physical violence.
Oh, that was, the self-harm. He was going to kill himself at one point. But I don't know. I figured, I thought it was pretty obvious when they had the hyperbaric chamber with the burnt body in there. I'm like, oh, well, that's Godolkin.
Yeah, like I don't know. I
Also,
thought they did a good job of like hiding the fact that Godolkin was a soup until they wanted to tell you that he was a soup. Because again, that's for me was like I never thought he had powers, because in the very beginning he dies in a fire, or so we thought. So, and then they show that he actually just injected himself right before he died. So it's pretty neat.
Plus the thing of as Dean Cypher, hey, let's bring back Godolkin Day. So
yeah,
it was another self-serving one. How about you, Carlos? When did you?
Well, when he just insisted on having those smoothie drinks.
Oh, because they're both drinking it. That's true.
Yeah. It was like that's the only thing that this that Cypher's having, like, and you figure it's either because where do we get it? Like, he's either doing it because they're the same person or because one is leeching off. Like, there's something in there. Like when Iron Man always had to drink all that stuff,
green stuff
for Iron Man 2 because of the poisoning. That what it kind of reminded me of. So it was either to keep himself alive or to keep some type of connection or something in common with whoever was within this instance. Godolkin was controlling him.
Right. I saw it a little bit differently. I thought that smoothie concoction, let's call it that.
Yeah, like a chicken wing.
Yeah. that grossest smoothie ever. I thought that was the only thing like extra crispy Godolkin could ingest because of his form. And he didn't want to give Doug the pleasure of having real food, so that's just what he made him eat.
He just fucking made it.
Yeah. So we have a great comment from Zach Morris. What is up, sir? He agrees with you, Mac. Hamish Linklater, and this is stupid. In my head, I keep wanting to call him Hamas Dickbiter. It's so dumb. So Hamish Linklater as Cypher and Doug blew me away. I thought he nailed it. Really enjoyed his character.
Yeah, just such a what, because he reminds me a lot of what was the character's name on Arrested Development? The brother who was kind of like the
right.
And he was also in Veep.
Yeah.
Tony Hale?
Yes.
Yeah, Tony Hale's the actor. Yeah.
He reminds me of
hilarious.
Tony Hale just a little bit for some reason. I can't place why. and you expect him to be like, he doesn't look like somebody you can take seriously as like a tough guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
And then the way they do it is just so well done.
We were talking before we went live. I was equating him, Hamish Linklater, with so he's like Mark Ruffalo but good at acting. So that is the vibe I got from him. And Zach
That's
Morris,
Mark Ruffalo showing up to any of our future episodes.
yeah. Zach Morris figured it out as soon as he struck the burnt dude the first time, and for sure when Sage looked at him while riding Doug. Yes, that is also another great moment. Yeah, how does that work? Like, what if she got pregnant? Whose child is that? I don't know.
It's Doug's.
Doug's?
Yeah. Okay. Carlos, for you, favorite character arc?
I'm gonna go with Emma because she had to overcome her personal demons in order to use her powers
to grow
on command, whether she wanted to shrink or to grow. And not only that, but also have like her own self-confidence in herself to be able to get to that point where she could actually do and use her powers without having to overindulge or purge herself or harm herself in any type of way, which even Marie learned how to do that now, where she doesn't have to cut herself to use her blood. But I think she had the most progression as far as from where she began in season 1 to where she is now.
Yeah, and not just her powers either, but personally, she became, like a leader figure to Harper and Bushmaster, whose name I keep forgetting.
I mean, the only logical name for her, I think.
I was thinking Firecrotch would also be acceptable for her.
She had to be red hair though.
But even with her peers in the Guardians of Godolkin, she became like the glue character, keeping everyone together. So that also surprised me. I was very impressed by the way her character was written and how what's her name, Lizzie Broadway, which I think is a cool.
Yeah.
These actors have cool names: London Thor, Lizzie Broadway. But yeah, I just love how the character was written and played. Now, in terms of acting, let's stick with it. We talked about the character arcs we liked. Now let's talk about specific actors. I'm going to go with Hamas Dickbiter as well, partially for the reasons that Mac and Zach Morris said. He was so good at Cypher as being this, arrogant dick.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been easy when he reverted back to Doug to just make that a throwaway character, but he just made him like really believable and genuine that he was saved and grateful.
And I don't know what it is about the name Doug as like the perfect name for his real life person that he was, and not Cypher.
Yes,
it just seemed like the most fitting non-soup name to get. Like for it's just Doug,
because Doug's the guy who gets like kidnapped in what are those Zach Galifianakis movie, The Hangover?
Movie. Yes, that's right.
So yes, he is our Soup Doug. I guess we have Doug, Black Doug, and now we have Soup Doug. So I guess we'll go with that. What about Hempel? He was carrying around some serious baggage that he was able to get out at the end. Yes, he was speaking, of course, of Hempel, or his soup name, Black Hole, as he is listed in the credits. Performance-wise, Carlos, who impressed you in terms of
the guy who portrays Sam, because is it pronounced Asa or Asa?
Asa,
but I think he did
Asa
a great
German,
job.
Right?
Asa German.
So I feel like he did a really great job in progressing from what his character was before. Like, I guess what we can put it more in common with comparison would be to the name escaped me, but the current villain that was in Thunderbolts, I can't remember what it was.
The Void?
But yeah, the Void, kind of similar to it, where those negative thoughts can take over him, and that's why we have like that whole thing where he's trying to overcome his like torture soul type of like personality that he has, and he had to stop being easily manipulative and started to trust more people, and also get away from his safety zone, which unfortunately cut off more of those Avenue B little Muppet
Hallucination.
things. But
I liked when
those
that tuna
hallucinations.
sandwich was yelling at him. I'm like, that's what I imagine.
That basically is like anything out of like my real life everyday mind. Like I've had sandwiches yell at me in the past.
Okay, I thought we were going in a different direction. I was like, that reminds me of the time I was on mushrooms.
No.
But yeah, I think that to me, I think that's the one character that stood out to me that had like a more progressive like character arc.
Yeah,
so far.
Yeah, very cool. And Mac, which of the leads impressed you the most?
You know I'm gonna go with Emma. I think she, I didn't expect her to be such a significant character, even from the first season, and to have her continue to kind of be the, like I think somebody just said earlier, like the emotional glue.
Yeah,
and the X factor in that group. Like she's the one that's motivated and is like getting it like go 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 the whole time, right? So
yeah.
I like her as like the energy of good behind like the group of people, and I think her relationship with Polarity, her relationship with Sam, and then the other kind of soup guy that she's boyfriending with or whatever.
Right.
Like she played like a really cool pivotal role that kind of helped move everything forward.
Yes, while still maintaining her core as a character as well. Yeah. Completely agree with you. I mean, there's a lot of great picks,
and she has they give her a lot of the like, if you weren't listening, you wouldn't hear it kind of one-liners in the show. Just like she's the one that like will mouth off and say something. She's like, I gotta go drop a deuce.
Yeah.
All right. Like, so it's like funny shit like that they leave with her, and she just delivers flawlessly.
Absolutely. Plus, is she the only naked one this season? So she should get bonus points for that as well. As a result of her pair. Oh, well, the people that phase, when Harper stole the phasing powers, and when the guy at the end phased, I guess technically they're naked. No, not technically.
There's a lot of butt nudity in Black Hole. So.
Black Hole, yes.
Godolkin is naked.
A lot of sizzled nudity.
He's burnt, but he's naked.
He's extra crispy.
Zach Morris says the woman that plays Emma said those scenes with Polarity were really tough because most were meant to be with Andre.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I did not know that. That's wow. Makes me wonder how things would have been yet. That actually is a perfect segue, Zach Morris, because our next topic is Chance Perdomo, who played Andre Anderson in season 1. He sadly died in a motorcycle accident after season 1 aired, so they had to obviously rewrite a major character out of season 2 and then try to honor him and
make it not cheap.
Yes. Mac, do you think they did a good job with how?
I think they did a great job. I think they did a very smart job with the cards that they were dealt, shitty as they were, right?
Yeah.
Like couldn't have seen that coming. And just the luck of, like I said earlier, having him have a similar power set enabled them to kind of follow probably something close to whatever the original narrative was, but deviating from that just to kind of play in Polarity's role as the father and not the son,
Right.
So I thought that was smart. I thought it was done well. It didn't give me any of the icks. Like, again, like everybody played the role of we lost our son, we lost our close friend really well.
Yeah, it would have been really easy to make it feel disingenuous. Yeah. And it would have made things feel cheap, but they did it. I think they did a great job of not only honoring the actor, but also honoring the character and making it work for the show. Like it didn't feel like an add-on, and I didn't feel like, and I maybe it's not the best word, but I didn't feel shortchanged in a way that I kind of did when Chadwick Boseman died. And Black Panther 2.
Sure.
I think we would have gotten a better movie if Chadwick Boseman had lived. But
Yeah,
so with this, and I hate to.
it's a hard comparison to make because you don't want to, but it's true,
Right.
Like,
thank you for for supporting me in that, because I sound like a dick.
no, but like it's one of those things where like you don't. It's just a hard comparison to like focus on when
Right.
you realize the circumstances. But it makes sense.
Right. Carlos, how did you feel about the ways the showrunners dealt with Chance Perdomo's death?
Well, like you guys said, I think they just did a really great job of having a way to write around it and not fall into that trap that you might have done like some CGI and put some stunt double and then just clean up some that scene. I'm glad that they
would have
avoided anything like that. Yeah, because
that
it
would have
probably
annoyed
would
the
have been
shit out of
easy
me.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they didn't fall into that, because I know there was a lot of people who wanted that for Black Panther too, and it would have been even just as heartbreaking to see, and like just to see someone stand in and having to see, like, if you're taking your kids, having to explain that a superhero is like, it's done, they're gone, there's no coming back for them, type of thing. So glad this is the way they did it. And now those comments by Zach Morris, how the scenes where they're going into the library to get more information on Godolkin, we're supposed to be with Andre.
Yeah, that's
I'm
really
trying to.
interesting.
I was trying to start working on would they have made Andre probably sacrifice himself and try to still give him their dad his redemption arc. Like, now I'm trying to think on how they would have probably gone, because you'd had to have one of them make a sacrifice, whether it's polarity or
Yes.
if they were still alive. So
yes. Johnny agrees. He said they did an amazing job. And Zach Morris is just killing it with the segues today. He said the last episode nailed it. I thought the scene with Doug and polarity was perfect. Yes. That is one of my two favorite scenes from the show. I love that. It's like a 90-second scene or something, but Doug is sharing with polarity what he observed of Andre in Elmira, saying that, you would have, like, he was my favorite superhero, and he annoyed the shit out of Godolkin in the car. Yeah. He found a way to piss in Godolkin's coffee, and not just the admiration for Doug, but what it does for polarity. It's just that
that sounds like my
catharsis. Yeah. It's like that's what he needed to get over his grief and move to the next stage.
Yeah.
And I just thought his reactions, the nonverbal acting that polarity does in that scene. I just loved that scene. I thought it was just beautifully written and performed. My other favorite scene is actually a drug scene, where we're talking about Emma in the archives when Emma is high.
No,
she goes fangirl on the Remember on episode 2. I've watched that scene like 30 times.
That was my favorite.
It's like, oh my God, you're the Rememberer. Can you still say it? It's like, justice never forgets. But yeah, I thought that one. So that was your favorite scene. One of your
thinking back from the scene. Yeah, I think that was really funny and like unexpected too. She's just like, oh, those aren't painkillers.
Yeah. Yeah. And then even there, like her high aloofness is like, oh, why don't we just check the secret room? It's like, oh, that would have made sense too.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were gonna pick Black Hole in the finale as your favorite.
But that was like, you knew that was coming. You knew, like, they set him up for something big.
As soon as Sam said, we have an idea, I'm like, they're going up Black Hole's ass.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry to steal that from you, sir.
No, it's fine. It's all good.
Carlos,
like the same things.
Anything stand out for you?
I think just, to me, mostly all of my favorite scenes where Cypher was part of them, whether it's
he's such a good
pushing these people. Yeah, or they was pushing these kids in the danger room, or just always finding like ways to get the upper hand and just being that asshole.
Yeah.
Is a great antagonist for the kids, and that's one of the things where I'm like, I feel like he probably would have been, just I'm not sure how long we're gonna have for how long the episodes are gonna be for The Boys season 5, but I
Mm.
would have loved to at least have him for like maybe 1 or 2 episodes,
See
like
how he would
causing all this
play
trouble.
with those
Yeah,
characters. Yeah, that would have been cool. Although I don't know if he was fully on board, him and Sage, that would probably be too much for anyone to overcome. Johnny said his favorite scene was when Doug told Marie, "You don't have a fucking choice." That's also a good scene. Also, a scene read by who's Maddie Phillips' character?
Kate.
Kate. Yes, when Cypher texts Kate, "Idiot, we live in a world of cameras." Like,
yeah, that was funny. That was a reality. That was a hard reality check on like, you can't be a criminal today.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have one vote against Black Hole for season 3. Should we get that?
Yeah, I thought like I'm done with that character now. I think he served his purpose.
Yes.
Like,
although I would like to see one last payoff scene where he becomes, that MMA thing that they did. If he participates in that and he comes out to Black Hole Sun as his entrance music, that
oh my god,
would have been amazing.
He unloads like a fucking submarine or a cruise ship or something big, like something sizably more impossible than like getting people in your butt.
I mean, how many did he have in his?
Yeah, I mean, that's like a great way to transport the X-Jet, right? If you're an X-Man.
We have more favorites. Zach Morris says, when Cypher is talking to Marie and Jordan in the cells and Jordan tells Cypher to come clean, there's something about the way Cypher reacted with okay, just got me. I felt his badass for a yes. Johnny has a call for each episode of season 5 of The Boys needing to be over 1 hour.
Yeah.
I am down with that. I don't know if
the good hour and 20 for every episode.
That's a big ask. I would love it.
Stranger Things.
I'm okay with that. If Stranger Things can do it, The Boys can do it. They got equally strong storyboard stuff to take from.
Ooh. So I got in between Zach Morris's comments. Sorry, Zach Morris. When Jordan tells Cypher, yes, you're in constant pain all the time. Yes, when she finally gets a read on him after he clearly was in Jordan's head for being weak, as he kept calling them. Speaking of Jordan, I love the transitions.
One of my favorite characters.
Male to female Jordan. It just seemed so smooth and
I love it when I gotta go to the bathroom, so it just changes into a dude. So you can go
yes. And the girls are like, that's so unfair.
That was funny.
Johnny says, I keep wanting to call him Hamas Dick Biter. It's so wrong. Would be a great Batman villain, either Two-Face.
Would be a great Two-Face for sure.
Yes, better than who had played Two-Face again in
Tommy Lee or
not the second one. Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, that fit that movie, but
what's his name?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
The white guy.
Dang it! Like, what's his name?
Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart.
I would have woken up at like 2 a.m. and remembered that.
Aaron Eckhart.
Oh, Aaron Eckhart.
To me, I was like, it starts with an A. That's all. Like,
that's more than I got, man. So, yes, they finally did the P joke with Jordan Lee. Yes, absolutely. I'm dreading the new powers and body stuff in season 5. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely had some surprises for us there. That's actually, God, you guys are killing it with the segues today. It's perfect. You're like teeing us up, because our next subject was the powers they showed in Gen V season 2. For some reason, Dr. Evil was in my head when I was writing this. Oh, confession. I wrote the rundown when I was high last night, so that's why there's a lot of questions.
They're hilarious and Perfect.
So I was thinking, what did you guys think of some of the freaky deaky powers they showed in Gen V season 2?
Yeah, man.
I mean, the black hole stuff was obviously
That was like something that like somebody came up with as a joke, and they're like, no, we can make this work. Like,
and did they ever? Like, we got to see it used in a frat house. We got him to see it used in his personal time, and then in the finale. Yeah.
Too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pew. She needs a better name than Bushmaster.
So
I
funny.
thought it was Bushmaster. I think
you like that one?
I think that's the winner.
Like it. You know, it's just funny.
It's too appropriate.
It's accurate.
It is accurate. Yeah, I mean, I guess those were the two major ones, and I'm glad we got to see Bushmaster. Johnny is a fan of Bushmaster too.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Morris wants Bushmaster to fight Love Sausage from The Boys. There's a fight. Wow, who wins that one? How does that play out?
We do.
Yes, we all win. Yes.
The viewers win.
But yeah, it just what happened to Bee Lady? Yeah, the one that worked at the school. She just kind of disappeared, huh?
Oh yeah. She's like, get away from my stinger. Like she's always like worried about somebody like getting stung and then accidentally killing her because then she dies.
Yes, like
a real bee.
She was kind of like the Ashley of this season. Like
she was, but like that's if you get into some of the stuff later on, like the what did and didn't you like about the show? There were some things like her that was like prominent and then just forgotten. I
actually didn't realize she disappeared so quickly because I was so absorbed with the rest of the show. But absolutely a great point.
Like a main like they had her in like the first 2 or 3 episodes,
right? And then like
you never see her again. There's never any like like a flyby in the background. There's nothing. Like she's just gone from the show. So maybe she stung somebody and died.
Maybe.
Yes, in the chaos somewhere, or someone just bumped into her in the cafeteria. See, why wouldn't she have like a protective put a bucket over it or
plastic dome over it or something?
Yeah, because I mean,
a scabbard for her stinger or something.
Yes.
Then
like
everybody would call her Bubble Butt.
I don't even. There's no good way, like a glass jar, a big glass jar. I don't know. It would be uncomfortable. But yes, before we move on, let's do some housekeeping. Carlos, what can we expect from revisiting the Mania?
Well, right now, we recently did an episode where we reviewed the movie The Smashing Machine with The Rock. And you were gracious to join us and give us another third perspective on whether this movie deserves to be the box office flop it is, or if it's a little bit more.
I've seen people saying like it's great, and then I've seen people saying like, okay, like now we know The Rock can't act. So I've seen like both extremes of feedback.
I think it's a good movie. I don't think The Rock is a great actor dramatically. I think he's a great movie star.
Yeah.
But this didn't do anything to people were saying that he should get an Oscar for this. I'm like, no.
This is the first movie with The Rock where I don't feel any real humming buzz that I want to go see that movie. It's strange. And I don't know if it's like, because it's about like, he's a wrestler. Like if it's about wrestling, I don't know why it just doesn't seem alluring to me, but like, I don't feel the desire that I have to go see this movie anytime soon. I'll see it when I see it.
I mean, Emily Blunt is amazing in it, but she's amazing in so many other things.
To quote my wife, she plays white trash very good, Mac.
Yes. So yes, check out Revisiting the Mania on YouTube, on Carlos's socials, and watch that episode. It is very excellent because I am in it. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. Mac, do you have any Turtle Beach stuff you'd like to talk about today?
Yeah, some cool things going on. We launched the Riffmaster wireless guitar controller for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. So if you want to go experience Fortnite Festival and Fortnite on Nintendo Switch in a fun and immersive way that it's different from what you're used to, give the guitar controller a try. It's pretty cool. And then we also, like, it's funny, like, we've been, partners with Nintendo now since we acquired PDP a year ago. And so now, like, we're making a lot of officially licensed Nintendo controllers, wired and wireless. Like, there's a lot of cool Nintendo Switch 2 stuff that Turtle Beach is doing now. Cases, screen protectors, like all the things that you would imagine, but all from Turtle Beach now.
So check those products out at turtlebeach.com. There are actually direct links to Turtle Beach and Revisiting the Mania in the Facebook and YouTube descriptions. Please check them out and support what these guys are doing. And if you do get the Riffmaster, you can actually use it without it plugged into a Switch, and you can do imagine Riffmaster versus Bushmaster in your head. Or as Johnny says, Bushmaster versus Firecracker. That I would love to see Bushmaster fuck her.
Bushmaster playing the Riffmaster.
On beating the hell out of Firecracker with the Riffmaster.
Yeah, there we go.
That's product placement. We got to get this going. Bushmaster with the Riffmaster. I would love to see that. I'll send it to the showrunners, just like how I sent James Gunn that clip of you saying it would be a dick move.
It would be a dick. I still stand, like, I saw you saying that. I'm like, I'm right. I fucking stand by my words. That would be a dick move to not give us a little more.
I don't want to touch that one because apparently James Gunn has been doing really quick interviews with good podcasts. So if he lowers himself to Scrub podcast, maybe I'll get in there one day. Although I did meet him a long, long time ago before he became James Gunn, and he actually wrote on a few video games, but he would not remember that. As for my plug,
what are you doing, Raymond?
Don't pick up a Proton VPN subscription just yet, even if you need one, because there will be some awesome Black Friday sales in November. So I'm going to be honest with you. Those will be worth waiting for if you need a VPN, which is useful. But do, if you are so inclined, pick up some RPadTV gimmicks. We got some awesome shirts, tote bags, phone cases, and other neat stuff. We got the old school logo here. We have this I Have Friends Everywhere t-shirt. We got this
good one.
Filipino Americans t-shirt and a whole bunch more. You can be certified guapo. All these are available on Amazon. Just search RPadTV on Amazon and these will pop up for you.
I may have to order a hoodie.
Now back to our show. Does it get cold enough for you to use a hoodie in Long Beach?
It's weird because ever since I've been in like my mid 40s now, I've switched from being never ever cold, like never need a jacket, never like need more than like a long sleeve t-shirt, to now I'm like cold 24/7, and it's like I'm always wearing a hoodie in the house, out of the house. That's my signature look at this point.
You're becoming Paul.
I am.
Yeah. That just reminds me of this time. Andy Eddy is like this veteran video game writer. Like he was on one of the first video game magazines ever. He was on like Nickelodeon talking about video games when I was like 8 or whatever. But one day there was this press event and I was talking with our friend Chris Kohler.
I know Chris.
And we just kind of paused. Andy was like 5 feet away from us. And it looked like we were staring at him, but we weren't. But Andy Eddy, who's like 20 years older than us or something like that, he just puts down his drink and he goes, "Yes, I am your future," and starts laughing. It was one of my favorite out of nowhere lines ever.
That's funny.
It's such a great thing. Johnny says, hopefully Gunn don't jam for the next Superman movie. Well,
well played.
Good
wordplay there.
Mac, you were talking earlier about aspects of Gen V that you weren't happy with. Let's go to the dark side and talk about things we were disappointed in.
I think initially, and I got over before the season was over, but initially, the leap they make in explaining away, what's his name? Hold on, wait for it.
Andre's
death. Right? Like, it feels like you almost go like, oh, do I need to go back and rewatch something that I missed, which you didn't? But like the first couple episodes really kind of makes you feel like you might have missed something, and I don't know if that's good or bad, and like how clearly they're communicating. Yeah, this happened, and this is how they're kind of covering the fact that he's actually gone. I just thought that was a big leap for them to expect everybody to make kind of right out of the gate. And if you weren't kind of plugged in and didn't know that he died in a motorcycle, like that would be even bigger of a jump, right? Like just kind of have to explain that away. So I thought that was interesting, but like not great interesting. The other one was that all of a sudden Marie Moreau's sister is also a soup, which just is fucking lazy writing to me. Like that was just like, all right, let's just flip, we'll just do that. And like that to me was like, all right, like, come on. Like she has premonitions and she can kind of, so those were a couple things that I just felt were like weaker than I wanted them to be.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of, some of the inspiration from this, Gen V is borrowed from a really short comic book arc in The Boys, where they do have a Godolkin University, but there's a spinoff for that where Godolkin has a team called the G-Men, which are, so they skewer the X-Men so much in there. So I kind of saw Marie's sister as who is Mystique's girlfriend? Destiny.
Yeah.
She was like their version of Destiny. But even in season 1, they went far beyond what Godolkin was in the comics, and it's really its own thing for sure.
The other question I have too is that when Marie heals Kate, does she grow her arm back?
To be determined, because I don't know if it was on purpose, but they never show. I think it's her left arm.
Yeah,
like when she sneaks Marie into the danger room, another G-Men X-Men thing.
Right.
She uses her right hand to touch the guy. So, I mean, they could. It's never fully explained the extent of Marie's.
Maybe that's the downside of her power, is that she actually grew back 2 arms. So now Kate has 3 arms.
Third one.
Yeah.
Maybe can she regrow Rufus's dick? So
maybe
the next
he's got to apologize.
Right, season 3. That's episode 7.
Yes. How sorry are you, Rufus? Yes. Yeah. Carlos, what disappointed you?
Oh, well, briefly, what Mac mentioned, we get precog sister, Marie's sister, Annabelle, and she said that she's had this power since she was a child, but now we're going like maybe like 12, 14 years later, and she still can't accurately tell you what her visions mean. She's still like trying to figure it out. And like, well, maybe you will die. Maybe you won't die. Maybe we'll succeed. Maybe we won't succeed. So I found that kind of a little bit of annoying. And
it feels like a superhero light.
And just like I mentioned, just the whole Godolkin thing, like just trying to see how Sage, who pretty much what we would always say, she's in control or she's always moving the pawns in the right direction, just to see how she would have dealt with him still being alive and Homelander finding out about him, and just trying to see how she covers that up.
But she deliberately left the door open so that Polarity could get out and
that's right,
take care of it all, right? So like, I don't know what Sister Sage's like next part of her plan is.
She needs to stop trying to prop up men who fail her, whether it's Homelander or Godolkin.
And like, is she's still on the same side as Homelander.
I don't think so.
Or is she? Is she trying to get like Homelander killed by freeing Godolkin? Like, what is her end game behind all of this? Is still yet to be.
Well, let's save that for later. We will discuss that later, because they're let's save that for later. Let's go to some of these other complaints. Johnny says Kate and Emma could have done more in the finale. Yeah, I mean, they both played keys, but so many characters did. So I understand when you say that.
Yeah, I feel like you're right, but I feel like they also gave both of them, Kate and Emma, enough weight in season 1 and kind of earlier in season 2 that like I don't feel like the balance was like so far off that it bugged me.
Right. Thomas and Polarity versus Magneto and Charles Xavier would be great to see. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know, that there were two things that bothered me. One of them, and I wanted to check with you guys and you guys watching about this, is that even though they were mad at Sam and Kate for like the first 3 or 4 episodes, they ultimately forgave them. I don't know that I would personally, if some guy that was my friend, a guy and a girl that were my friend, got my ass thrown in jail.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd ever forgive them.
that's gonna ruin holidays.
Yeah. So, I mean, I understand why they had to do it.
That brings up another thing, and I said it before. One of the things that I didn't like and was kind of disappointed of is I didn't get enough Sam. I wanted to see Sam have another, like, they tried to show how strong he was,
right,
but they didn't do a good job to me of like showing just how strong and capable he was as like a higher powered like soup.
right. No, I agree with
I
that.
would have liked to see him just like really fuck some shit up.
But we now know that he doesn't fly. He only jumps.
He jumps. He's a Hulk.
Yes. And the other complaint, and Zach Morris teeing me up again to our next session, was with Annabeth. Zach says, I thought a lot of the scenes with Annabeth were rough, some from the acting, some from the editing. She was always crying. Yes. So I just
Annabeth was the sister?
Yeah. Marie's sister.
Yeah, she's always in tears.
So I just found her unlikable for a large chunk of the show. I'm like,
and she didn't look anything like Marie Moreau. Like, they didn't look related in any capacity.
Or you can be like you could be like Vigilante and be like, wait, you didn't notice she was black? No, that's one of the first things I noticed. But yeah, and see, I'm torn. I wanted more character development for Annabeth, because she was, as Zach Morris pointed out, she's crying, and I just didn't like her.
I didn't like her, and I didn't feel like her character did nothing for me in the second half of the season.
Yeah, like she was like a pawn.
She's like a catalyst for Marie Moreau, and that's where they should have left her. I don't know. Like, I feel like they tried to integrate her too much, and it didn't work.
Yeah, was it? And Zach points out part of it was the acting, part of it was the editing, and I would go even say some of it was the writing. I just didn't like how this character was handled. I mean, which out of those 3 things, acting, writing, editing, which was the worst for you with Annabeth, Mac? Or you just don't like her like I did?
Like I think it's all of the above, right? Because like the way they did it was like irrelevant to me. It doesn't, like, it's kind of too much of like a hard left turn for that character to be like where she was to like at the beginning of the show to like where she ends up in the group towards the end of the show. It's like, it's like, really? Like, and you could almost see like they're getting ready, like, just go home, be safe. Like, that would have been good if she just left.
Right.
Like, at that point,
go back to Aunt Pam, or I think that was her name.
I found you. We forgive each other. I'll circle back in a month, but like, you don't need to be here for the next couple episodes.
So I kind of wanted to see more of Annabeth narratively, partially so it would make more sense, and partially so I would like her more. I also wanted to see more of Harper, because I think the actor is very pretty, and I imagine things she could do to me with her tail.
Oh, yeah.
So that's up there too. Carlos, were there any characters or actors you wanted to see more of in season 2?
Yeah, I think we mentioned the whole issue with Sam getting more, like, it seems like we're making some parallels where he could be like, I guess we could say now, the Smallville version of Superman. Where he doesn't fly, he just jumps until we get to, I think in season 10 he actually does, but only for like the last scene or 1 or 2 episodes. But getting more used to his power set. Like he did make mental health jumps and getting that, but just to see him getting more comfortable with his power set, just like Emma. And also now that we have the other man in Emma's life, Greg, like now I want to see what his power set seems, because he can fly and he's super strong, just like Sam is. So is he kind of the same power set as Sam, or is he more of a power set as Homelander?
This is the other boyfriend.
Yeah. I enjoyed their pissing contest. I can jump faster than you can fly.
Yeah.
It's silly. Mac, was there anyone else that you wanted to see more of, or character?
I think just Sam I liked. I would have liked to see a lot more of him. I mean, I would have liked to see more Andre too, but that didn't work.
Right.
I'm looking through the cast right now. I will say I really, really, really did like Jordan Lee as a character.
Oh, for sure.
Right, like and they showed just how tough he or she is in either form.
Yeah.
And that's another one where I wanted to see them kind of lose their cool and fight.
Oh.
And we didn't get that one either. So, and I don't know when we'll get that. I don't know if she's, in a boys episode in the future, if she's going to like go big and make some sort of ultimate sacrifice. I don't know. It leaves another good door open to potentially walk through in the future to see Jordan's full powers like in action.
One of the small things I loved about that character was that whenever they felt threatened, they would revert to male like immediately, because that was the super strength one, or the others had like a telekinesis kind of deal. And yeah, just great actors, great character, and the special effects were just really impressive. The way they switched so seamlessly. Johnny says, imagine if Kate's brother is a soup and appears in season 3.
Kate's brother.
Jump man.
That's
Does
the
Kate
one
have a
where
brother?
she did, but she told him to go take a walk.
Remember, that was her trauma. She told him to take a walk, and he walked forever, presumably.
That was her brother. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's like what happened to the what's the X-Men movie, was the Wolverine movie where they just
Origins, I think.
No? Yeah, X-Men Wolverine Origins. They just basically like just walk until you like can't feel your feet.
Oh, yeah. They did that in Preacher too, where he made one character like count the grains of sand in the desert.
Right.
And it just mentally broke him. Zach Moore says, I liked Sam and Emma as a duo in season 1. I want more of that.
They could have made it clear that she doesn't want anything to do with him anymore, though. Like, I thought they made it pretty clear that like
she's working on herself. Yeah.
Not interested in Sam though anymore because he betrayed her.
Yeah. And she, she just
it seems like she's gonna stick to her guns on that front.
She made a big leap with her bulimia, which was more important than a relationship thing. So I like that she's focusing on herself. And all the characters are really like the self-harm with Marie, Sam's mental issues, as Carlos said.
Paul.
Emma gets small and goes into the deep's gills. Yeah, I mean, they always had that Ant-Man Thanos plan up their sleeve, and it wouldn't surprise me if they actually did it in this show. I wonder how much of Jordan's changing to a man as a preconception thing too, because she can mess up most people either way. That is, I think it's just I don't even know. In my head, it's not even a conscious thing. They just become male when they feel threatened, like a rattlesnake tail or something. What was your favorite fight between both seasons?
That's I wish I remembered stuff like that. I wish my brain worked that way. I couldn't even tell you what my favorite fight is.
I liked how Vicor was killed in this season.
Oh,
shocked the hell out of me when Newman's daughter just like.
Oh yeah. That was fun too. That was actually good. And you forget how terrifyingly badass Newman's daughter was.
Yeah.
And then she just comes out of like left field and like that was a cool like little twist.
And it just made it scarier after it didn't like phase her that she totally annihilated.
She's just like
Like, hey guys, you guys knew my mom, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Great question, Johnny. Thanks for that. Mac, how did you feel about the finale? Were you satisfied?
I'm satisfied, but like I said at the beginning, like it's that kind of thing where all of my favorite all of my favorite characters are still alive, which never happens. So that means they're all gonna die in The Boys. So I am hopeful but fearful at the same time.
See, I don't have that fear because these actors are younger and cheaper than the ones in The Boys.
So the book might basically just say we're gonna keep them. We got another season somewhere.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe that's, I don't know. Am I being?
But I mean, like, at the end of the day, you got Marie, who's just as powerful as and can probably stop Homelander. And then what?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we still have Sage in the room, which we will still talk about. But
yeah,
I don't know. I like the finale because it wrapped up their time at God U, gave them a new place to go with Starlight, but it also sets up having a possible role in The Boys season 5. But because they dealt with V1, that could also touch upon Vought Rising, which is a show about Soldier Boy and what's her face, who's the Nazi woman, Stormfront. Yes, and which will be a total original show, partially because.
And when is that supposed to come out?
I think that's 2 years. Next year's The Boys, and Vought Rising will either be late next year or the year after. Yeah, but that'll be totally original because in the comics, Stormfront was a male. So
maybe they'll make it a dude, and then she has a sex change, or he has.
Maybe. Carlos, were you happy with the finale?
Yeah, it's definitely way better than the show that we reviewed last week, Peacemaker. I thought it wrapped up everything else pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, different type we all talked about it. If it wasn't those last 15 minutes,
empty.
It gave us there was nothing else that these was it five Emma, Marie, Sam, Kate,
Jordan,
5. Yeah, that these 5 heroes that we've been focusing on for the past 2 seasons can do. They could have stayed and then feel the wrath of Vought and Homelander, but they, it was actually time for them to actually run and piss or get off the pod, join the resistance, or go into hiding. So,
see, I do wonder if I'm possibly overrating this finale because the last 3 minutes of the Peacemaker season 2 finale annoyed the shit out of me. So am I giving them too much credit? But I don't think I am.
You weren't swayed by having the 9 Inch Nails that has that feed.
No, that was a good song choice. Yes. So. Zach Morris says, being really picky, I wanted to see the real Cypher just go apeshit on the campus. I wanted everyone fighting. Yeah, well, he needed them contained in the G room. Marie would start to save the day. Homelander shows up and sees Marie using her powers against Soups again. Kills Thomas because he's threatened, and the war between Homelander and Marie starts for season 5 of The Boys.
Oh,
yeah, okay. I'm not sure. That's definitely one way to go. Thomas Godolkin.
Godolkin, I was gonna say.
Oh, yes. I said this after our Peacemaker review last week, but one of the reasons that I felt that the actor playing real Godolkin, why he's a good villain, is that I'm just jealous that the actor is with Ariana Grande. So I will never forgive him for that.
That guy, the guy who plays Godolkin, is with Ariana Grande. Yeah. I can't talk. With Ariana Grande?
Yes, he left his wife for Ariana Grande. So, I mean, yes. Johnny says, I was happy with the finale. Now impatient waiting for The Boys season 5.
Yeah, let's feel that.
I was annoyed with the music performances, montages, and no fights in the Peacemaker finale. Okay. Oh, he played SpongeBob in the musical.
Broadway?
That's right. Yes. Which is why he was brought into Wicked, because he does have that musical experience. But he'll always be Mr. Ariana Grande for me. So, Mac, this question is: where do the Guardians of Godolkin go from here? You think that some or all of them might die?
I think minimum 2 of them are going to die.
That seems likely. I mean, who would you? And I don't mean this like who would make the most sense for you dying, like in the sacrificial role? Not necessarily saying who do you like the least and want to die, but
I feel like Sam and probably Jordan or probably Kate. I don't know. They're all crazy tough, and they all have like crazy interesting powers. So that's a tough one.
How about you?
I feel like it might be Sam and Jordan or Sam and Kate.
Carlos, so what do you think the Guardians will do in The Boys season 5?
Yeah, are they gonna be faced with the choice of having to join the Resistance or having to go Team Homelander? If we are predicting that some of them are gonna die, I'm actually gonna go out on them and say maybe Marie dies, and whatever remaining Guardians, continue. If we end up having Team Resistance, Team Starlighters actually defeat Homelander, then they will like pretty much have her as an example for the future Gen Vers that step up to be part of the 7 or whatever they call it,
right?
As an inspiration, I think.
I'm going to agree with Mac here and say that at least 2 of them will die. I'll be sad about any of them dying.
Yeah.
I think that makes the most sense. Let's keep going in the round robin. Mac, what do you think happens to Polarity? He chose to stay behind and try to diffuse the situation with Vought. Does he make it out? Does he get blamed?
The situation with Vought, though, the situation with Homelander, is that
it's the same thing.
Same thing, really.
That's what I'm saying. That's the situation he's sticking around to deal with.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Homelander is probably going to kill him. I think it'll be one of those where, like, either we'll get a cameo of Polarity somewhere in season 5 of The Boys, like he's alive, or we find out that he didn't make it afterwards. You know, that Homelander and whoever else showed up, Black Noir and whoever, and they just. That was it. I do like, by the way, just to quickly derail, I love the Noir and Polarity scene. Sitting there shooting the shit, critiquing his movie.
Black Noir 2, by the way, because the first one.
Who is, by the way, I don't remember who is in the Black Noir suit.
Just a guy. They totally changed it from the comics. In the comics, he's actually a clone of Homelander.
Right, but didn't they, in the show last season, didn't they reveal who it was?
Yeah, but it's no one that we know, like,
it's
the
not,
Boys universe.
Just a guy who's playing the role of Black Noir.
Who was also actually an actor. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I did like him being a Polarity fanboy, because Polarity was like a B-list movie star in that world.
That was funny.
That was really funny. Carlos, what do you think happens to Polarity?
If, like Max says, if Homelander doesn't deal with them, I'm assuming he's going to be held up in Elmira until Sage knows that if he talks or if Homelander really tortures him or gets a hold of him.
But Sage is like on his side, though, at the end of the day, right? Like, Sage and Polarity seemingly, like, she let him out. She let him escape on purpose.
Right.
But she's also a weirdo. You never know what her plans really are. So
you don't know.
I mean, like, she'll let him go, but she's still gonna keep an eye because she's the one that sent Black Noir. So she's gonna be, if she can't control him, I'm sure he'll be, tucked away somewhere safe in Elmira or somewhere until Sage needs him.
And this is a total guess, so it probably won't happen. But I think Polarity survives this school situation, but later Homelander uses him, kills him in The Boys, and that triggers one of Emma's most heroic moments ever because of the bond that they had in this
Okay.
season.
Where she gets big and just squishes Homelander.
Maybe not. Maybe squishes him, not kills him. I don't think she can take Homelander. Here's some more theories. Johnny says, I think the final battle would be Butcher and Starlight. Oh, Butcher, Starlight, and Marie versus Homelander. I think Bushmaster takes him down eventually.
It's Bushmaster, Black Hole, and Homelander.
Ooh. Oh, maybe they trap Homelander inside a black hole forever and never let him out.
The entire battle takes place inside the black hole.
What did you think of Godolkin's speech to Sage about Homelander as he goes off script after the first lesson? Yes, it's just an example of men letting her down, whether it's Homelander or Godolkin. And although I guess the Deep doesn't let her down, the Deep does exactly what he wants from her. Johnny says Emma will crack jokes with Frenchie. That's a cool combination. There's some interesting permutations of
Emma, and then what's the girl's name with Frenchie?
Kimiko.
Female. Yeah, that would be her and Emma and Frenchie together would be a Three's Company that I would like to watch.
Speaking of Kimiko and Noir too, I love that line from Polarity. You talk now? I just thought that was funny too.
Yeah.
Zach Morris says, what is Homelander going to do to Sage since he ignored his call after Godolkin's social media post? I think that'll be a scene in episode 1.
That'll probably be in the first 15 minutes of episode 1, right? Like,
yeah, it has to be.
But I think she's clever enough to get around it.
Yeah.
That scene with Sage and Polarity was great too. That Sage feeling pain after realized she loved the wrong man. Yes, she was actually emotional instead of logical in that scene. Yes, I mean, I think there was something to that when she gets shy about asking him to move in to the tower, and he says, "Ugh, sign of weakness." I find that so unattractive, or whatever. I think that was actually genuine, though.
Yeah. Do you think it was because of his whole, they find his whole cachet of Nazi memorabilia, and he was just using her to get himself better? And now that he's better, yeah.
No, I think there might be something there.
Yeah, what is the significance of the Nazi memorabilia closet also?
So Vought was a Nazi, and Vought and Godolkin were tight, so maybe that was one of their bonding things, which made it surprising that he would end up with Sage. But maybe Carlos is right, is that he was just using her the whole time. Ooh, have Marie asked Homelander, do you like attacking your own kind? Ooh, that would be a great turnaround from S1. I'm disappointed that season 5 takes place 5 months after the Gen V finale. Yeah, I guess, but you got to give him some breathing room and some room to bullshit also. We touched upon this a little bit. Do you have any idea what Sage is planning? I mean, to me, I think she wants to take down Homelander.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like the momentum is heading in.
But I don't think it's in an altruistic way, though.
No.
Any theories or guesses? Like, she is the smartest person in the planet.
Yeah, I think I said this, that she's probably going down the whole route of the Watchmen thing with Ozymandias.
Oh.
Where they had the whole plot of having the outside alien threat come in order to make the Earth stop fighting with each other. But since this is the boys' universe, it'll probably be more sinister, where she's actually backing somebody else, or she's just tired of people not listening to her or sending her aside. And she's gonna make the world in her image now, instead of trying to help someone else make it in hers. So while everybody's distracted trying to fight off Homelander, they get weak, and she builds up whatever she's building up.
So Zach Morris kind of agrees with you, saying, quoting, "Kill millions, save billions." Yeah. And he likes that theory. Mac, any guesses? I mean, there's so many ways they can play this.
Nah, I feel dumb when it comes to like trying to like figure out all these
where could it go? Because I don't know enough of like the comics background and the contextual, like deeper contextual stories to make an educated guess. What I do know is that at least one, if not more, of the characters I love will absolutely get killed. So that's fact. That will happen. And then we tune in next time to figure out how disappointed I am after they die.
At this point in the boys, the comics are totally out the window now.
Sure.
They're doing their own thing very excellently, I might add. Johnny asks, does Queen Maeve take Compound V to get her powers back? I don't know. I would love to see that actor and character back.
Did she lose her powers? I forget.
Yes, she is depowered and living a quiet life as a normal now.
How did she get depowered, though?
She took that blast from Soldier Boy to save the tower and everybody.
Oh, that's right.
That sounded bad.
Right. she took a blast. Now in my head, Judo Master's like, why do you want to spray me with your blast? Yeah.
Best character ever. I love Judo Master. If he made a cameo appearance in The Boys, that'd be fantastic.
Zach Morris says the comics ending went out the window when Black Noir was force fed in Almond Joy. Yeah, that was a pretty big, massive change from the comics. For those of you that don't know, and there's spoilers in this, Black Noir in the comics is a clone of Homelander that does messed up things in Homelander's costume. He was actually the one that impregnated Butcher's wife in the comics, not the actual Homelander. So big change there.
Clone.
Johnny also can't wait to see what Ashley's powers are. Yes. Okay, guys, let's get out of here on this. The showrunners have said that they have a plot for season 3 ready. They don't know if they're going to do it. It depends on the ratings and if Amazon gives them the green light. They want to do it. I haven't been keeping track of how well or not this show has been doing. I just know that I really enjoy it.
I do too. And but what's interesting, like, there's not enough. I'm probably going to get challenged on this, but to me, there's not enough really good, consistent, other really great shows content-wise out there for me that like I really want to come back to. And I feel like a lot of people are going to feel the same way. Like, this is like Game of Thrones level, like, fandom. Like, people want to come back and see what happens. Like, so
yeah, I mean, it's very coincidental that, you know, you and I are both fans of The Boys, Gen V, and Invincible, and they're all on Amazon. Oh, by the way, this preparing for this made me pay the $2.99 Amazon ad free because the commercials were pissing me off so much.
Oh, for the same refrigerator brand or Medea?
Oh yeah.
No, we get different ads because I haven't seen any of those.
Oh man, I
I've
can't.
seen Tyler Perry a lot. So
yeah, there's one for like some appliance brand that I never heard of before. I started seeing it on Amazon, and now it's like I wake up at like in the middle of the night in a cold sweat singing the theme song.
Yes.
The commercial so long.
Yeah. Zach Morris says it's been doing better than last season's numbers so far. It has to get picked up again. Yes. Yeah. Let us hope that is the case.
I just realized you're wearing a BioWare beanie, right?
Yeah, this is
nice.
one of my favorite hats. I think I got it.
It's one of the first studios I worked with.
That's right, in your Black Isle days. Yeah. I love Ray and Greg as people. They're awesome.
Actually, this is a weird one. It was what game was that? They didn't do MDK games, did they?
No.
What was BioWare working on when I was at Interplay? Anyway, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was.
I think I played Baldur's Gate 2. Like, I played it through 18 times.
Wow.
That's other 17 were with cheat codes, and I just wanted to beat the shit out of everyone. So, yeah. I'm
excited for the Outer Worlds 2 coming out soon.
Yes. Mac, what would you want to see in Gen V season 3? And you can go with your theory or not if two of them die or not.
Well, if again, I'm saying they die in the boys, so I don't know what a Gen V season 3 entails because they're done with the Godolkin, right? Like that's he would not be a college series,
which makes sense for the actors too, because some of them are kind of like, yeah, you don't look like you're in college anymore.
Yeah, maybe they go back for their masters. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know what it depends on like what the goal of Gen V is at that point and how it fits into the boys, right? Because like I'm totally fine right now if they cut it and they didn't do a season 3 and they put everybody into the boys and that's where everybody's ending, good or bad, is. Like I think we're at a really good spot. If they did another season, the first 2 seasons have been so heavily rooted on Godolkin University. Like, would another season be different soups that are still at the school that we come back to? I don't know. So I don't know what I would want to see because I feel like I'm done with Godolkin University. I think that storyline is played out and done. I think if anything, I would want to just be introduced to like 1 or 2 more really like interestingly high-powered soups that I care about. And not for depending on whatever side they're on, like good or bad, but like just a couple like more fun, really kind of cool out there characters that like, they're so powered that their scenes are fun to watch,
Yeah, totally fair. How about you, Carlos? Do you want to stick with the Guardians characters and their adventures outside of God U, or do you want to go back to God U and see new characters? What do you want Gen V season 3 to be?
Well, I think it's like how Max says, can they really go back to the school? Like any parent that continues to send their kids to that school after 2
years ended in massacres.
Yeah. I mean, they can't really be that concerned about their kids' safety, right? So you have to pretty much reprimand those parents. But I think like Gen V just follows this particular set of superheroes that that we have. Like you mentioned, the contracts are probably a little bit more studio friendly, Amazon Prime friendly. So we have to get whoever survives to either be the new 7 or whatever they decide to call their version of, I guess, the Justice League that they're gonna have here. So I don't like to think that it's just based. The Gen V is just school based or just based on Godolkin University, or else they would have named it something like that, like God U years or something like that. But
Saved by the Bell, the college years,
something like that. But now this has to be what this generation of new superheroes does. Now that the number 1 a-hole is gone,
God University master's degree,
and now figuring out who's still left over to be the main antagonist. Is it going to be Sage? Is it going to be Vought still? Who, something's got to be surviving here, especially since we're getting that prequel series too. So that's got to be made for some reason. If we're tying up the whole boys universe, I don't think they would be working on making a prequel series.
Yeah, I think there's more to come, and not necessarily with the boys, because just Carl Urban's contract alone, I mean, he's in freaking Lord of the Rings. He's going to cost a lot of money compared to younger actors that are not yet movie stars. Random question: are there any actors in Gen V that you think have a chance to be a movie star, like a massive star? Like I thought Jazz Sinclair was
Marie.
wonderful.
I was gonna say Marie Moreau, like her,
I mean, she's gorgeous.
Plays her is beautiful. Seems like she's gonna be in more things in the future.
And I love that brief 2 minutes where she was possessed by Godolkin and using his speech patterns and mannerisms. Like, oh, this is kind of creepy. I feel uncomfortable. And
I feel like we'll see Hamish, or what is it?
Hamish. Hamas Dick Biter.
Hamas Dick Biter. I feel like we'll see Hamas Dick Biter in some things in the future. I think this will be like another breakout role for him to be added to more things in future.
Wait, am I going to get assassinated for if I keep calling him that?
He might. But,
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, at the end of the day, what a way to go, right?
Carlos, it's interesting that you mentioned teams because Zach Morris brought up, aren't they doing G-Men and Boys Mexico? Totally forgot about the Boys Mexico. Maybe they use the Guardians of Godolkin as the G-Men in this version of that world. That would be cool.
What is all this stuff that Zach's talking about? G-Men and Boys Mexico?
So G-Men was from the comics. That was like the Godolkin super team, a parody of the X-Men. So maybe that's who Sam and Kate and everyone wind up being. The Boys Mexico is also another spinoff, which apparently they are doing more. I mean, yeah, I totally forgot about the Mexico one, but the Boys season 5 is next year. Vought Rising is in production. So yeah, he also adds that the parents that send them to that school are the same ones that shot them up to get their power. Okay, fair point. Or maybe
who we're dealing with.
Maybe their parents they aren't great parents either. They don't want a guy with a black hole up his asshole to be at home, or a rat tail girl.
If any one of us had those powers, we would have snuck all our friends into every single thing ever.
That's true. That's the Sony parties at E3.
every single concert, show, anything, that would have been the ticket.
Zach Morris corrects me. G-Men is going to be a prequel. Yeah, but maybe the Guardians could be the new G-Men whenever that comes out. They're showing the creation of God you. And Johnny says Jack from Jupiter can be the dean for season 3. Well, then again, who wants that job if a dean dies every season? It's almost like Wednesday from Netflix. Spoilers, if you haven't watched it. Things don't go well for deans in these series, which is an interesting bit there. But yes, we went almost 90 minutes again. I really love the show. It exceeded my expectations. I'm having a hard time because it's the end of the year soon. I'm trying to put together my top 3, and I don't know.
Top 3 shows for the year?
Yeah, like I had more fun with Peacemaker, but I think Gen V had a better season.
Agreed.
But I think narratively wise, it's more of a complete series, or like piece of the main storyline, where with Peacemaker we don't know exactly where that fits in the whole of the whole DCU yet.
And partially because Gen V was so tight with its storytelling, and James Gunn can be entertainingly all over the place, but sometimes to his detriment. Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one. There's been so much great nerd television this year.
But it's going to be Invincible, Gen V, and then
Andor's the best thing for me.
Andor too. Yeah, just forgot about that.
I mean, that's one of the best shows. It's, when you mentioned Game of Thrones earlier, to me, Andor season 2 is up there with like the first 3 or 4 seasons of Game of Thrones.
No, absolutely. No, I was blanking out. I was thinking superhero stuff only for some reason.
Zach Moore says, don't forget about Severance at the beginning of the year. See, for me, Severance is like just outside my top 3.
I was a late add to Severance. Like I started watching it, and then I gave up because I got bored, and then I finally picked back up and watched the rest of it after it got interesting.
Season 2 just left me with a whole bunch of questions where it's like, now I need the other. Come on, Ben Stiller gets starting on season 3.
I did prefer season 1 as well. Yeah, but these are good problems to have.
Severance feels like, to me though, like they're gonna go the way of Lost, where they have no fucking idea what the story is. They're just gonna make shit up as they keep going, and then it's gonna get gross.
Oh, let's talk about this really quickly, since you brought it to my attention, Mac, that the G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover is possibly being headed up by Robert Kirkman. Or did you bring that to my attention, Carlos?
That might have been me, because I was super excited about it yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke at first when I read the headline. And I was
it's like a real deal.
It's Robert Kirkman. I'm like, okay, I'm all in. And he's giving us The Walking Dead, even though the TV series didn't go that well. We got Invincible, and so
Johnny asks, wasn't Daredevil this year? Yes, it was, but that show was amazingly uneven for me because they
Lots of
switched
fun.
showrunners midway through it. Like yeah, like I have high hopes for season 2, but season 1 was kind of all over the place. Severance is already done. They finished the story before they started shooting season 1. Oh, interesting. Yeah, but Robert Kirkman Transformers G.I. Joe sounds awesome to me. If it's more invincible than Walking Dead, for me, I'm a massive fan.
I feel like the G.I. Joes are going to be like the group of soldiers that know about the Autobot, the Transformers, and they kind of like hang out with them, and that Cobra's going to try and get them with the help of it's going to be an interesting crossover to see how it all kind of unfolds.
Yeah, we get
I
Evan
hope
and
it's
Seth
super
to back
violent.
up. Yeah,
I hope the Dreadnoughts are in it.
As long as it's not like G.I. Joe the movie, which is
I love those movies. Those movies are so bad, they're still watchable though.
Cobra la 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 la. This is the dumbest thing, dumbest battle cry in the history. Is Zach Morris asks, is Channing Tatum going to be in it? He's
And what's
probably
the other? Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it too, right?
out. Yeah.
yeah, he was Cobra Commander, I think. No,
Cobra Commander, The Rock, obviously. They had a Crazy Rich Asian was in the Snake Eyes movie.
we can't get Bruce Willis back to be
no
the
more Bruce
original.
Willis.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I think they got to go with younger actors.
But I feel like if they do another, like, I don't know, if they did something else like that, it's kind of going the way of what was the big action movie with all of the action heroes?
Oh, the Expendables.
I feel like it's going to go the way of the Expendables if they keep doing too many of those G.I. Joe movies.
Ooh, I want to see a Marvel versus Capcom live action adaptation. I don't think that'll ever happen.
Make that movie.
Yeah, the licensing rights alone, I'm just like, that would be cool. But yeah, I don't see that happening. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, thumbs up, buy a t-shirt, watch Revisiting the Mania, go to Turtle Beach, buy a Riftmaster, and buy a Riftmaster and dream about Bushmaster. Paul, Mac, and I are going to be back next week, where we're going to talk about some of our favorite Halloween scary stuff. I'm actually still figuring out the format, but yeah, we're going to talk about our favorite Halloween games, movies, TV shows, and all that good stuff. We have some fun stuff in November, trying to do a K-pop Demon Hunters episode. I'll let you guys pick this one if you're interested. I want to do a thing for Back to the Future because it's the anniversary, your 40th anniversary, I think it is. But I also just watched the John Candy documentary on Amazon.
Good.
And it made me, I forgot how massive a part of our youth that man was. And how so many of his movies were just incredible. So I kind of want to give him an episode, and just do our favorite John Candy
Spaceballs.
There's so many Spaceballs. I loved his role in Splash. I thought he was hilarious.
And honestly, they're all great. I will automatically always revert to Spaceballs as one of my favorites of all time. But yeah, just everything about John.
Great Outdoors, Planes, Trains, Automobile. I mean, there's so much. Yeah. I even like that stupid rom-com he did with Ali Sheedy. I think Only the Lonely it was, where he plays like a Chicago cop. And
my favorite one is where he plays a private detective, and I forget what it's called. I'll have to look that up. But there's this one scene that I remember where he's trying to stop the people from getting away, and he's chasing down the plane, and he's just stuck on the side of the plane.
Oh,
I don't remember that at all. It's weird.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget Armed and Dangerous with very young Meg Ryan and Eugene Levy. And my whole conceit of that movie is okay, I'm supposed to believe that Meg Ryan has the hots for Eugene Levy. That's not happening in any movie.
A lot of ladies love the unibrow.
Okay, I'll tell you this story off camera. It's pretty funny.
Wait, I got it before. Who's Harry Crumb?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, So many good ones.
He was 43 when he died.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But on that happy note, thanks for
Cool,
watching
see you next
RPadTV. Yeah. Let me put up the magic hearts. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
All right, everybody. See ya.
Raymond, that's you.